Round 22 of the National Rugby League, West Tigers take on the Cowboys. Leichhardt Oval, the venue. You'll hear the call on SEM. We're looking forward to that. The West Tigers versus the Cowboys. And I'll tell you what, naturally you think about the 2005 Grand Final. Now, what the Cowboys are doing, which I think is a wonderful tribute, they're going to be wearing the jersey of 2005 Grand Final, celebrating Carl Webb, is my understanding. That they've got this shirt, the old shirt, back out. So that's fantastic. But I want to take you back to 2005, where about 3 weeks before that, a qualifying final between the West Tigers and the Cowboys, week 1 of the 2000 final series.
Hallertauer's made another break. Oh, no, not Hodgson again. Hodgson will score his third try. And outright now becomes the greatest point scorer for a fullback in league history.
There you go. He was a rat's ass trainer, Hodjo. I know he's a coach now, but he's one of those players who just had the competitive juice in him. So if you got him on the field, just a marvel player. Marvel. And I couldn't quite understand that because we'd train and I'd have him accounted very comfortably. But in a game, I'd seem to get more worn out than him. Maybe he knew the shortcuts.
It's called Rugby League Now. Sure.
Rugby League Now.
Justin Hodges, another Hodges was the same.
Was he the same?
Justin Hodges was the same.
Yeah.
The weakest bench presser I've ever seen. He was rat's ass in the gym. Hodjo.
Yeah.
But then get out in the field and you couldn't get near him. That's fend. So I suppose that's a story or advice for younger players. Rat's ass, don't train. Just don't train. If you're a young bloke and you're trying to make it, don't bother doing bench press.
But I couldn't compute it though, Brian. I'm thinking I'm beating this bloke in every single thing, but when it comes to the game, he just got through it easily.
Because you were known as Jane.
Yeah.
For opposition, because you trained like Tarzan.
Yeah, played like Jane. Yeah, thanks Tarzan. Thanks Tarzan.
He was sort of at the back end of the Magpies era.
Yep.
And they were struggling. There was some massive losses, but he was like heart and soul. I remember some of those games where he'd just be, setting up tries, scoring tries, kicking goals, doing everything, and they'd get close, but not close enough to win.
He was built like a minute to six.
And he was tiny, compared to the other players.
But he was great for you blokes, but then he went to another level when he was a para.
No, that was before.
Oh, did he go to para first?
Yeah. So he was West, straight to para.
Oh, he didn't go to West Tigers?
No, thank God. Thank God. That gave me a small window at the West Tigers.
Okay, so when they came together, he went straight to para.
Amen,
of
sister.
Course, 2001.
Yes.
2001.
Tarzan.
Yes.
Tarzan.
Yeah, Jane got a little crack while Tarzan was over playing at Parramatta. No, but you'll never, so they dominated everything in 2001. That's Parramatta. They were breaking every record. And they were getting trounced in the grand final which no one remembers because
Babyface cried.
It was the first night grand final. So everyone still had their barbecues at lunchtime. They were shinless by kick-off. But they were getting trounced, and actually Hodjo played a massive role in the massive
comeback.
They were a chance in the last set to win the game.
Yeah.
He scores 2 tries. Great player.
Ship had sailed, Shug. When Billy Peden got 2. Billy was a bees off getting the Clive too.
I think a lot of people would say he won a Clive. Billy Peden. Yeah, I reckon some people would say that.
Joey just came over the top and stole it.
Yeah.
Same as that grand final 97. He was doing nothing, Joey.
Who was the 2010 captain and Clive? Separately. Who was the 2010 captain and the 2010 Clive?
Clive was it Hornby?
Right. Who's the captain?
Or was it Darius?
Yeah, Darius was the Clive.
Darius was Clive.
And Hornby was captain.
Yeah. Face of piss.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, pissy. He's going good now.
Yes, he couldn't do more to this point. Here's the news. Justin Olam returns from a knee injury in the centres to fill the void left by Stafford Toa, while winger Luke Lalili is replaced by Solomon Alamalo. So he's back in, the former rugby player. David Clemmer is back from an ankle injury, and Fanua Pole drops out.
He's been one of the better players.
Yeah, Adam Dewey remains sidelined after the club chose to rest him last week. Interesting. For the Cowboys, Sam McIntyre takes over at prop from Jason Taumalolo. Cheekbone from last week. Harrison Edwards fills the void left by Ruben Cotter. He had the HIA. Hylam Lukey's return from a hamstring injury pushes Finifawaki. He's a good player, isn't he? He goes to the Judith. And he's joined by Thomas McKaylee, former Tiger, actually. Jake Granville, Griffin Neem, and classy youngster Jackson Purdue goes to 18th man. That's how it's all shaping up. The West Tigers and the Cowboys. And let me tell you, it has been raining points on their last few occasions, averaging about 70 points. So that's how that's been playing out. Go Media Stadium will also have the call on SEN, where the Warriors take on the Parramatta Eels. Lindsay Buckingham, Holiday Road, 6 p.m. Take it away, Brian.
Warriors, Sean Johnson is back from his Achilles injury. Also, Chance is back.
Oh,
So two of their guns. Roger goes back to the wing, and Ed Kosi and Tamari Martin dropped to the reserves.
Wow.
Tamari.
So, I think they're doing that because
They don't work
it
together?
wasn't working.
No.
And I think other than his goal kicking, we're taking the mickey out of it, but Chanel's been in great form.
Yeah.
I think Chanel is a much better defender than
Tamari.
I think that's
But what it's clearly saying, he's clearly saying, SJ, you're at your best when it's your team.
Yeah. Interim coach Trent Barrett, he's stuck with the same side.
Okay.
That aimed up against.
He's run out of options, to be fair.
Yeah. But that's at 6 o'clock, 11.5 start. Do as you please.
Have you ever, in the history of your time, calling rugby league, Brian?
I've never called one game.
No. Have you ever seen more syllables in a back line? Have you ever seen more syllables in a back line?
Of the Warriors?
Or any
Four
back line?
hyphens. 5 hyphens.
5 hyphens. That's the hyphen team.
Oh.
I think Canterbury Bulldogs are the headgear team.
Yeah.
They love a headgear, that gang.
Yeah. What's your team renowned for? If the Warriors are hyphens, the Doggies are headgear, what's your team renowned for? 1301
Yeah.
1170.
Renown United.
That's our Renown United, the green and white of Renown United. Dolphins take on the Roosters. We go to Perth for this one, HBF Park. And this is live on SEN, I should say. Brooksy, you've got this covered.
Yeah, could be the home of the 18th team. We'll find out in a few weeks. I'm going to take you back to, well, this matchup's only really got 2 seasons. I'm going to take you back to round 1, 2023, Suncorp Stadium. The Dolphins yet to score, and then this man does what he does.
Over the top was Radley. Yeah, Russell King straight through. He's got support. They're looming up, and there is the hammer. Hamaso Tabuai Fido put his name in the history books. Dolphins' first try scorer in the NRL.
And win the game.
And win.
For the Arthur Beetson Trophy.
Yep.
The very first game for the Dolphins. Hammer picks up their first try and they win. They had 16.5 start in that match. It was ridiculous.
Great to see. Good signs since then. So Bennett of the Wayne variety has named an unchanged 17 to the one that lost against the Titans on Sunday. Trey Fuller is listed among the reserves, and Orland Keeley is 18th man. Roosters, huge in, Fletch, Manu, Joey, Centers. He missed 3 games due to a hand injury. The only other change in the side that beat Manly, and it's Michael Jennings. He comes out, 2-game suspension.
Yeah,
So-
Cisco's out, isn't he? Did Cisco get...
Wrong song.
Yeah, he looks like Cisco.
Yeah,
Did
he got
Cisco
2-gamer.
for that tackle on...
Sabi.
Far out.
Yeah.
What about the runner? Have you seen that one going around? There's a screenshot of a runner. I think she's from Great Britain. And people are saying, when's Christmas?
Well,
And her name is Cindy Semba.
Semba, yeah. Cindy Semba.
When's Christmas? Cindy Semba.
Very good.
Oh, that's very good.
Big one over there in Perth, gents. Big one.
Yes.
Dolphins.
It's
Tom
a Dolphins
Petty
home,
at the moment.
Dolphins
Yes.
home game.
Dolphins home
So
game.
they're trying to get the Arthur, the gate.
They got the Arthur and won it in Darwin, didn't they?
Should a team be
Searching for Arthur.
team taking Arthurs? Yeah.
Every bit helps.
Look at your region. You already got a massive
Your region,
fan
Franklin.
base. Play some
Yeah.
games in your
Let's move on.
Franklin.
I want to see what Tourist has got for the Rabbi.
What do you got, Rabbi? Titans take on the Broncos.
Titans, Broncos, Titans. Desi Hasler's picked the same 17. But AJ Brimson has been listed amongst the reserves, so could get the late call-up. Jamin Jolliffe is the 18th man. And for the Broncos, Kevin Walters in those cold winter months, he must be eating porridge for breakfast because Corey Oates, he returns on the wing for Selwyn Cobbo, while in the forwards, Brendan Piakura returns from a groin injury.
Do you want to do that again for the Rabbi?
So what it was, Rabbi, is if you're making porridge, you have to use oats to make porridge.
Yeah.
So that was the joke.
Yeah.
That was that was the reference.
Yeah.
The rabbi doesn't like it when you have to sort of explain your jokes.
Yeah.
Rabbi hates that.
The rabbi needs you back. Like I love his content, but I think he needs a bit more of the tourist sprinkled in his
I had
diet.
the best one week 1, and now it's kind of gone down from there.
Yeah.
This is not a bad one from Rob. He's saying, you're talking about what your team is renowned United for. Coowboys, strong hairline team.
Oh.
No need for the bleeder.
Chad.
They've all got good hair. Ruben Cotter.
Yeah.
There's no one. Oh, I tell you what.
Val
got good hair.
hair.
Felty. Little bit of Devon I saw the other night.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit of Devon.
Little bit.
More of a salami.
Yeah.
Not so much the Devon yet, but it's getting up there.
Kyle Felt's coming up with the tries. Yes. Okay, let's move on. Are you done with that, tourist?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, he seems a bit disappointed.
Well, you know.
Let's talk about the Melbourne Storm and the Dragons.
Hang
And
on.
this
Is
memory.
he all right? Are you all right?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you want a group hug like Harry
You've
Garside
got one more crack at the rabbi. You've got one more crack.
Yeah, I've had a look at it already. I've not got anything yet. Well,
Come
we've
on,
got
you'll
3
get
games.
there.
We've got 3 games. We'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. Okay, so this is a late teammate of mine, Brian, but it was very funny at the time and involved Nathan Brown and the late Lance Thompson. Take it away.
There was a bit of a mishap on the 20-metre line, mate, that pretty much wasn't my fault. From what I recall is I was going to take a hit up and Luke Bailey's leg got in front of me and I sort of tripped over. And then Nathan Brown, with all his wisdom, decided to throw the ball into my head. So it was a pretty, probably a moment in my rugby league career that I probably want to forget.
Oh, mate. I played SG ball with him, Brian, and we needed to win this particular game to make the finals. And he'd played the night before with the City team, a year up, right? So he was just like a swimming machine and just way too good for everyone. So there's 10 minutes to go, and Peter O'Sullivan, who's doing a recruitment now at the Newcastle Knights, he was coaching our team. And Lance was not to play, but he's there just in case. We're trailing by 12. It's 12-0 with about 10 minutes to go. He couldn't help himself, throws Lance out there. 2 tries. He was kicking goals at the time. 2 goals, kicked the field goal, run 13-12.
Oh.
Mate, he was a gun.
Under 8s. Did he play first grade at 17?
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, he skipped past all the... Yeah.
That was the game, 70 zip. Was it zip?
10.
Yeah.
70 to 10. Yeah. Oh, that was bad. I still have... Remember that Brownie's face as he threw the ball?
Oh, no.
You just looked at it and Brownie put his hands to his head. He threw it into his face.
Yeah. or as Tomo says, and Brownie with all his wisdom.
Threw it into his face.
Oh, that was funny. That was very, very funny. What about the team news, though? Tyrell Sloan named back at fullback, gentlemen.
Yeah.
They couldn't score any points last week, so he's back there in the fullback position after playing New South Wales Cup last week. Matty Fine sidelined with a head knock. Toby Couchman banned for a crusher tackle. So his brother, Ryan, are they twins, Brooks?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you just
twins.
bring in another twin.
Yep.
Might be just Toby still playing. Who knows? Blake Laurie's also been added to the interchange bench, and Ben Murdoch-Masila has been sidelined by injury for the Melbourne Storm. Cameron Munster, he is back into the starting side. Geez, they're getting close to full strength. Tyron Wishart shifts to the interchange, and Suafalonga goes to 18th man. Is that a clue come grand final day if they are to be there?
Yeah.
If you can have one of those more diminutive players on the bench, is he going for Tyron Wishart over Suafalonga?
I think so. You can't drop Wishy.
No.
He's been in... I'm going to say he's, other than Jerome Hughes, he's been their best player.
Okay, breaking news, folks.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Breaking news. The rabbi.
What's the rabbi?
If you get a chance, let me know what the tourist had to say. I'll reference the tourist just in an appointment, always. Lots of love, the rabbi.
Oh, yeah.
So he's not even listening.
He's not.
He's still stealing my gear.
I think you need to change it before he listens to it.
I thought it was quite good.
In the ad break, let's come up with a few.
Come up with a few.
Yeah.
No, I've got it myself. Come on.
This is just constructive criticism. You're better than that.
Yeah.
Am I?
You are.
Is Wishy potentially most improved if there was a
You notice the
award
emoji
for
I gave
such?
you?
Thumbs up.
No.
What'd you give him?
Love heart. Bang.
Yeah, I'd rather the thumbs up than a love heart.
Would you?
I don't want a love heart of you. I mean, it's not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm
Over
just
the
saying,
top.
thumbs up.
I
it's-
gave the
it's-
love heart.
It's direct,
Yeah.
and it's yes, I'm in.
No, it's
I can't-
passive aggressive.
It's not passive aggressive, you millennial.
Anyway, what else we got?
And now it's time for the Sharks versus
Oh,
Rabbitohs,
yeah.
Saturday, 7:35 p.m. at down there at PointsBet. Let's have a look at this. Will Kennedy is back, so he will slot straight in the number 1 jersey. But Ronaldo's gone. Oh yeah, this
Knee
kid.
brace.
Yeah, I like this kid, Stone Street.
Yeah, good.
I do like him.
Yeah, he
I'm
goes
wondering why he hasn't been picked. So he's on the wing. Royce Hunt returns. He comes in a prop. So Hazelton and Jackie Williams, they're going to both return on the bench. He returns from wrist injury on the bench. Rabbitohs, Murray, Cameron Variety is back from his 2-game ban. Tallis Duncan will go onto the bench. Fletcher Myers.
Mike.
There's a Fletcher and a Tallis on the same team.
Oh,
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it? He makes his NRL debut. Good on you,
Tough
young
crowd.
Fletch. Alex Johnston. I call him AJ. I call AJ. He's gone. He's done his Achilles. Richie Canner returns from his protocols of the melon variety. Michael Cheekham back to the bench. And Peter Mamazoulis and Liam LeBlanc drop to the reserves. This is a away game. Is this where your
No.
vacation
No,
comes
you'll leave
in?
the city. No.
We are. They're leaving like Normalville and going down to the Shire.
No. Kennedy's a big in too, by the way. Let's move on to the Panthers take on the Knights at the foot of the mountain.
Yes,
Oh,
Panthers
fullback.
will not have James Fisher-Harris in the side with that groin injury sustained against the Dragons. Lindsay Smith, who came in off the bench for him on the game day, is in the starting lineup, and Matt Eisenhuth is onto the bench. Dylan Edwards and Dane Laurie are both sidelined. So Isaiah, is it Longy? I heard Longy today.
Yeah, Longy.
Longy is set to make his NRL debut at fullback.
Let me guess, another junior coming through?
Another junior?
Yeah. Ivan, do you want to get some salary cap dispensation for this kid as well? Far out. Just throw another kid who's going to be a gun in there.
Well, what about the
While
number
the poor old Roosters who were struggling to field any teams.
Well, did you hear the
You're
rumours?
still our juniors, you bastards.
Did you hear the rumours today about Brian To'o
Oh,
potentially being shopped around? Is it
Quashed.
scuppered?
Quashed. Yeah, they've quashed
Smashed.
it.
Not squashed.
Squashed.
Not squashed. Not
Yeah.
squashed. Quashed.
Quashed.
Lemon.
Which is even heavier.
Yeah, it's heavier.
Solo.
Quashed. That
Yep.
was a rumour brought up by the someone.
Mate, you can't lose him.
There's no way, as if he would leave. They're saying he's going to go to the Tigers to follow his mate
I'd love
Jerome.
that.
Of course you'd love that, but he's not going there.
No.
Okay, devil's advocate. You've won your 4th straight grand final. You've been in 5 straight grand finals. Surely there is consideration about the next generation coming through.
No.
That you'd want to sustain the winning,
No.
and you might have to move on some players, not because they're not performing, but because
Yeah, salary cap.
the money.
Yeah.
The
But you know
what?
what, Brooksy?
Must be the
they,
money.
they are such a buttoned-up club. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if what you're saying is true, but you don't hear about it. Remember when Des Hasler won the comp with Manly? Next week he's off to the Dogs, and no one had a bloody clue. If Brian To'o is to move, quash it now, not squash, quash, heavier than squash. And then you win the grand final, have your party, and then say, I'm going with Jerome to the Tigers.
He's not. He's contracted 2027.
Yep.
If they win 4, they'll want to go for 5. I think you're wrong there.
But okay, so
I'm not saying there's other players that won't go to.
Okay, let me ask
Follow-
you this.
follow
No,
Jerome.
this is a serious question, right? So the West Tigers, and I've got a very clear answer on this. The West Tigers offered X amount for Stefano,
Yes, 800.
which we all agree is a bit too much.
bit too much.
But I'd rather have Brian To'o than Stefano Tukamana.
Yes, I agree. But when we had this argument, you were saying James Fisher-Harris and Brian To'o, two totally different. He would suit. Yeah, okay, yes, I agree.
The,
he would
the
suit
UPWU, the
he would-
Underpaid Wingers
He
Union,
would suit the Tigers better
that they get more out of him than they would get out of
for the team.
Stefano.
Stefano.
Yes.
the wording of the rumour, where it was like select clubs have been informally asked if they have an interest in signing Panthers star
Yeah, select
winger,
clubs. Yeah.
which is interesting, right? Because, like to your point, Fletch, it
Yeah.
might be a select club
Yeah.
throwing out something to stir a bit of
Gotcha.
chum in the water, sort of thing.
Yep.
It's a real weird one because the Panthers have pretty much come out and like you said, quashed. So it could actually be a bum steer from another
Select
team.
clubs. Like, can we just change select with another word?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, here it's pronounced.
What do
Ion.
you reckon select club means?
Well, yeah. Well, that's
it's not anyone. It's not the Roosters. It's not Melbourne. It's not the Broncos. They're not part of the select clubs, are they?
but it's pretty specific, isn't it?
Wouldn't be the Bulldogs either. I can tell you now.
So, because it seems like the mail is like, well, this team A, Penrith, have gone to team B, C, and D,
Yep.
specific.
Yeah.
and
Specific
gone-
teams who can't
and
challenge us
gone-
the next few
yes.
years.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey boys, he's pronounced Iongi. He's a young Brisbane lad. He went to Wavell State High, so he's not a local.
Is that an I? Does it start with an I?
It's an I, yeah. But
Iongi.
someone said
okay.
Longy, so
Iongi.
Iongi. So he's
Jose
a
Iongi.
Brisbane kid.
Iongi.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so they're
Beautiful.
still in juniors.
There's a bit of footy in that Trent Talau too, by the way. He goes good too, which they all seem to do coming through the ranks. Anything else to report?
Yeah,
Brooks?
Knights, sorry. Jackson Hastings has been dropped with Phoenix Crossland taking over in the 7 and Jaden Brayley starting at hooker. There was another rumour going around today, boys, for the Knights halfback. And the absence of Bradman Best with a hamstring injury sees Dylan Lucas shift to the centres. Adam Elliott joins the back row in the return from his return from a calf injury. And Jack Cogger is a new man on the bench.
Is this Holiday Road?
I'd say so. They can't make it the Knights, can they?
Well, this is in the realm.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
Are we doing it?
I think so. I need to double check the ladder, but I think that certainly ticks the box.
Cool. Should I get Matt to do it because he's an accountant
Yeah, that's right.
and he's merit listed?
If
Matt,
you want to
could
go
do
to
that for
Bulldogs,
me, Matt?
okay, here's your chance, tourist. Here's your chance.
Oh.
No, in fact, before we do that, I'll give you a bit more time. This is a great memory. I've told the story a million times. We haven't got it. Have we not got it? Why? We don't have the Mal. That's okay. I've told the story a million times about Cherry Mesher, groundskeeper. You know the story. But it was Mal's intercept on his last ever game for Canberra against the Canterbury Bulldogs. But this time it's at Belmore, and if you want to go there, I'd be getting there now. It's going to be absolutely chockers.
Bulldogs versus the Raiders. Raiders, first of all. Ricky Stewart, same 17. I'm afraid the info from our man Mooney is wrong. Josh Papali'i will be playing his 300th NRL game. Might change out early, but he will be starting. For the Bulldogs, Critter is back. Michael J is back. And the backline reshuffle means Kiraz is onto the wing, and Blake Wilson and Gerard Skelton make way.
Oh, so
There's a couple of good young
Fox
players
is
in there.
back.
Yeah.
Fox is back.
Yeah,
Michael
Wilson,
J. Yeah,
Wilson's too good. Wilson is too good to be not playing.
That'll get him on the line, I reckon. Michael J will get him over the line.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
That was good. No side texting. What's going on,
yeah.
you two?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the
No,
side text.
no, but that's the height of rudeness.
Six to go play on.
I'm gonna give
Okay, we're going
thumbs
to
up.
take a break. 1301 1170 to run home with Joel and Fletch.